Today, let's look at the Retekess V115 and explore what this radio does better than any other radio in this price range. Hello, everyone. The Retekess V115 is a radio you can find tons of reviews and information on YouTube and everywhere else online. Very popular radio. I'm not going to cover all the details of this. I'm just going to talk about the area where this shines above pretty much every other radio in its price range. In about the $20 price range, you can get a radio that is much better on AM and shortwave, like this Texan 9012. Vastly superior on picking up shortwave and on AM reception. All analog, about the same price as the V115. You can also get a digitally tuned receiver like this. This is a Prunus or a Retekess. I've seen it labeled both. This one's unlabeled. That also will play MP3s like the V115, which the Texan will not play. You can play via SD card or thumb drive. And this one has the added advantage of a tuning wheel, so you can dial in exactly the frequency you want, which you cannot do on the V115. You're stuck with tuning buttons or direct dial entry of the frequency you want. But where this shines above these other radios that are similar in price, around the $20 range now, is a couple of things. One, you can record to the micro SD. It can take up to a 32 gig micro SD and will read MP3 and WMA files only. So you have to make sure it's in one of those formats. So it can record to the SD card. It can record via the radio, which I do. It can record via the line in, which on my unit, it seems to be somewhat malfunctioning. So I've not heard other people online talking about theirs not working well, but periodically I will get nothing when I try to record via line in, even though I can hear it coming through the speaker. So that may be defective on my unit. Mine's 2 years old and has been used frequently. So record from radio, record from line in. You can also record via microphone, just like a voice memo type thing, something I don't use pretty much at all. But I do record from the radio. I'll record my favorite program on Catholic radio. Let's just turn it on and look at that. You get the Comic Sans welcome. So we're on 820 Catholic radio.
From that time on, Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem.
Now this radio does everything kind of slowly. So if you're in a huge hurry, this is not an iPod Touch. This is not your smartphone. So it takes a minute to think while you're pressing these options. Okay, so to access the MP3 player, the mode button, and it generally will pick up wherever I left off. So right now it's playing a recording that I recorded from Catholic Radio, Sacred Soundings.
Titled Top 10 Saints for Advent. St. Nicholas is included in the top 10 with this bit of rationale. Everyone knows who Santa Claus is, and although this
one of my favorite programs, all throughout at least Central Ohio, maybe all of Ohio, Sundays at 2:30. So I record those, and I have a number of those. Now, to navigate, that's what I wanted to cover today, because even though the V115 comes with a thick manual, which is something I don't see in any other radios, it doesn't cover this part of operation of the device, which I think is the most important. So let's start just with the SD card I have in there now. Let me pause that. To navigate the menus, and that's something that this will do that this will not do, and no other radio of this sort I've seen can do this. And that is, you can't navigate to a specific song. You can't put it on random play. There are a lot of things in the MP3 player you can do on this that you cannot do on this or any other MP3 player radio in this price range. So to navigate the menu, press and hold the play button. That brings you to kind of the main menu. Press and hold, or press play again to go to the root menu. So these are in the file of recorded. I must have accidentally played it. Let me go back.
Sacred music.
All right, so I've recorded a lot from FM radio or AM radio. It says the file is called FM radio. So I want to go up level. You can either scroll to up level and choose that, or if you just press and hold the play pause, it brings you up one level. So here are all the folders I have on this SD card. So we have line record, line in that is, mic record, microphone record. I have a file of music with lots of subfolders in here. And if I wanted to, let's say the hymns of Charles Wesley, if I want to look for a particular track, I can just scroll through and find the one I want. If I want to go back, press and hold the play. Okay, so these are all the, on this SD card. Press and hold that. Okay, so I also have some audio Bibles on here. FM record is where we just were, where I had those radio programs saved. All right. Let's go to music, and I just want to demonstrate the sound of this radio because it does have a tremendous, it's a tiny speaker and a cheap radio, but the sound is really great. Much better than you'd expect from a $20 tiny radio. So I have this YouTube royalty-free music that I've downloaded. Let's just, I don't think I've played this yet on this radio, so let's see how this does. So on this SD card, I have over 4,000 tracks, some of which are audio Bible chapters, so that's a lot of data. Get a sense for the sound there. Not bad sound. You're not going to get a tremendous amount of bass from a speaker of this size, like an inch and a quarter or some such. Okay, so navigating within the folders, press and hold to go up one location. You can also, let me go back. I didn't
care in our office and at Mount Carmel St. Anne's Hospital.
Went all the way out. I didn't intend to. So navigating is pretty easy once you get the hang of it. One oddity of my version of the V115, which is not the same on my wife's version, which it's an identical radio. It's kind of, mine's counterintuitive in which button you push to go which direction. If I press the left or skip back, it goes down the list, and the opposite for skip forward. My wife's does it the opposite way, so I don't know why that is. Some bug in the programming, I'm not sure.
Can actually delve deeper and harness.
It's hard to do this while I'm recording. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so you can also change kind of the equalizer. I don't think it makes much difference, but if you want to fiddle around with that, there it is. Keep it on normal. All right, another function that I wanted to highlight, I really want to put a different SD card in here to demonstrate. And you can fit a ton on one SD card, but I have multiple SD cards for this very reason. On this one, I have lots of my favorite music, just music, because this has a random play function, which other radios of this type do not have. And to get that, I'm going to turn it way down because I don't want to get a copyright issue here. So this little button, the menu button, has a little icon indicating how it's going to play the tracks. So right now it's indicating it's going to play all the tracks in order and stop. Or no, I'm sorry, it's going to repeat all the tracks because you see the little circle there. Now it's going to repeat the one track over and over again. Press it again. Now it's going to repeat all the tracks in that folder over and over again. And the R represents random, which is really handy. So I have, 1,104 songs on here. It's going to randomly play those. If I skip to the next song, it went to song 737. And, okay. Turn that down because I'm going to get in trouble here. Let's just scan through and I'll root menu. Okay, let's go. All right, so you can see various folders I have. Various albums within those folders. So really handy, and something that really should be on any MP3 player, but isn't in any other portable radio MP3 player that I've ever seen. So this radio does not excel in FM. It does not excel in shortwave. The sound is really good, and the MP3 function is really good and extremely handy because of the ability to navigate within the folders. So hopefully that was somewhat helpful. I know it was a little bit jumbled there when I was trying to work the little buttons while looking through my camera. I have altered mine in such a way that I have a place to store the SD cards that I use. So this one has all my Bibles and sacred music and things of that nature. If you put this in there and put it on random play, it's not going to play just the music. It's going to play chapters of scripture randomly. So not super helpful on that. That's why I use a separate SD card just for music. So if I want to put it on shuffle, I can do that and just have continuous music. The battery will last a long time. It's rechargeable. Covered this kind of in detail in another video, so I won't go over that today. But again, not the best shortwave, not the best AM, decent FM reception, but where it really shines is as an MP3 player. Great sound, useful ability to navigate through folders to find the music you want or to put it on random, whatever you want. In the $20 range, I'm sorry, for an MP3 player with good sound, that's not bad. So still highly recommended. My most used device out of all the devices I have in terms of radios or MP3 players. So thanks for watching this. Hopefully that was helpful, and hope to see you here again next time.